I think we're actually burying the lead. Hey, OC, how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did? You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
The OC.
And Boss showed me.
Actually started to sing the rap song. I got it. Yeah, yes, sir. Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big backs. I like.
Oh my God. It's undeniable. Undeniable now.
Like, we must have got a guard. That's the only thing that would have made him do that. That's it.
He know.
He know. Because he been watching Twitter, man.
Yeah, man, it's undeniable. Undeniable. It's just a matter of, are we going to join in? Are we going to join in with our head coach, or are we going to fight against our head coach? That's the real question.
My reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live.
Boss, show me.
Yes, I will, because this one is deep. It's deep, but the puzzle is coming together. Thank you, Mr. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Shot it. Fight for. See, that's how to go out. Don't go out, just sit back. yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take Matthew Golden. No, fight for. You wanted physical. You said you wanted physical. Fight for it.
Whoever knew Mr. Sir Mix-a-Lot would be the person that's gonna solve this. Baby got back. Whoever.
Oh my God.
Somebody else said
It's
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Oh man, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. All right, here we go. Here we go, man. Got to give y'all that Sir Mix-a-Lot. All right. Today's stream is brought to you by Sleep Out. Go for a Hail Mary in your sleeper picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. So, it's pretty much at this point undeniable, man. It's at this point undeniable. Brian Schottenheimer done let the whole hat out the bag. And what I'm going to tell Cowboy Nation today is if we don't get behind Brian and support him, we are really no different than Stephen Jones. We are really, at this point, no different than Jerry. To where we want to do it our way over what the coach wants to do. I'm talking about literally no different. I could see if it was a reasonable doubt. I could really see if it was reasonable doubt. So before he said what he said today, in terms of his preference of a running back, I could leave a little bit of a reasonable doubt. Because I was debating with people, right? And some people would make cases that I had to kind of consider, right? Where it would give it a 1% chance. somebody said, I was in a space and I was debating this guy, and he said, what if Shotty changed? And I was like, 37 years of the same style, and now you're different. Yeah, now you're different. So I still gave that about a 1% chance. Now, the reason why I said that 37 years is because I actually went through the whole history. Like, I started with his dad. Like, I did a whole show. Brian Schottenheimer doesn't like mayonnaise on his burger like his dad. And I use that metaphor from my brother CJ. Because CJ, you know, he was the one that said that. CJ was like, basically you saying, because me and him was going back and forth about Blue. He was like, basically you saying, I don't want no mayonnaise on my burger. Meaning, I have a preference. I have a preference. If I don't like mayonnaise on my burger, but let's keep it football. We're not gonna make no more metaphors. Let's say how it is. In the scouting community, because I talk to a lot of scouts, I talk to people that's in school at scouting academies. You have certain terms when you're looking at a player and you're trying to fit them to a coach. There are critical measurements and there are player measurements. So critical measurements are type of things that's where I absolutely need to have this in a player in terms of height, weight, strength. So if they fall beneath the threshold, they don't fit me. And I'm telling you this from the Scouting Academy. It's called a critical measurement. And then you have player measurements. These are scouting terms, not mayonnaise. We talking about real terms. Where a coach would tell you, and we know Dan Quinn was one. Y'all tell me, what did Dan Quinn like? What was the main thing that Dan Quinn liked? The main thing that Dan Quinn liked was length. That was a critical measurement to him. He wanted players with length and ball skills in the back end. That's what he was looking for. my boy, CFT in the building. Not CFT. I'm tired, bro. I'm so sorry. Tuck in the building. Yeah. Literally said, I like big backs. So at this point, it's no denying it. He giving us his critical requirement. Now, this is why this is upsetting. It's upsetting to me because we already did the work and it wasn't respected. It wasn't respected in the community. I'm talking about went back 37 years and showed not only does Brian Schottenheimer have a critical criteria, his daddy did. I'm talking about did all kind of work and put it in the public. Literally showed how his dad started with Cleveland and they had the same critical features. 6 feet, 225, 5'11", 215. Pretty much all the backs are going to be 5'10", 5'11", 215 and up. Through 37 years. And they sometimes got as high as 260. Because he is not lying. He likes big backs. Regardless of what I want. regardless of my desire to want to see lightning and speed, ask yourself a question. Why does the Schottenheimers prefer big backs? What is he trying to do? What's critical to him? What's the critical features that he's looking for? What is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? Why did all of even a daddy's back have the critical features, the must-haves on every team? When he was even in 1 year in Washington, he went for Stephen Davis, 6 foot 230. Then obviously, when he had LaDainian Tomlinson, that's a complete back. That's an all-around back. He was a combination of it all. And he rolled him into the ground. But he was so bought into this. And his backup back, even with San Diego, was 5'10", 237. And then you look at Shotty. He only had one back that resembled Blue, and he never used them. All his starting backs and the ones that he used fit big backs profiles. And he did that same thing when he went to the Rams. Steven Jackson was 6'2", 240. And my boy Tuck said, videos like this should be $200K. Cowboy fans don't like being educated for granted. This is real football content, man. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that. And it is. And it's sad and it's pissing me off because we've been saying this, Tuck, me, you, and Lou. We've been saying this since the summer. We ain't just start saying this the last 3 weeks. We've been saying this since the summer. And we've been saying Blue does not fit. But see, the problem is Blue is a favorite in the community. More so because he was hyped by content creators, showing a bunch of highlights and not actual film. So now I call it Blue Mania, to where when you start telling the truth on what your head coach wants, people literally put their fingers in their ears and say, la 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Use Blue. Change your style for Blue. If you're such a head coach, then why don't you just change up your whole offense for Blue? So I want to ask all the football savants, what is Brian Schottenheimer's primary identity? Y'all should know this by now because I played it 1,000 times. What is the primary thing that he wants to do in his offense? Y'all should be lighting it up right now because he said it clear as day. He said the number one thing he wants is physical. That's the number one thing he wants his offense to be known for. Physical. Physical. Not fast. Physical. But then it's people out there like, but. And then, like, man, who actually, is there anything physical about Blue, bro? Is there anything physical about Blue? He literally built our whole offense to be physical. And I stopped and say at St. Louis, he went even crazier when he went to Georgia. Nick Chubb, 5'10", 228. Sony, 5'11", 215. Keith Marshall, 5'11", 219. Nah, man, we ain't got time to give him a year to bulk. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time to give Blue a year. This is our year. We ain't got time. And it's not easy to put on weight during the season. I know that as a person who played. You can't just put on 10 pounds just like that. It don't work like that. You got to be very, very regimented on how you put that weight on. Because if you put on that weight sloppy, you're going to be out of shape. You're going to lose your speed. It don't work like that. What we should be pressuring is for Jerry and Steven to go ahead and give him what he needs. And Seattle was the exact same way. Seattle was literally the exact same way. The exact same way. All those backs was pretty much 220 and above. Thank you, Drell Carter. Exactly. During football season, it's actually harder to keep your weight on. You will lose weight too fast because you're burning a lot of cardio in long practices. You'll burn about 20,000 calories a day. Yeah, it's hard to even stay hydrated. So it ain't like, let's just put some weight on him, bruh. No, he don't fit. And that's what we always do. We try to force Blue on Shotty. Thank you, Ray T. See, now we starting to get. See, Ray T, you said it. Give Shot Chubb and stop all this time. Exactly. We need to call Chubb. Yeah. So let's listen to the whole quote, bro. Let's listen to what he said. Yeah. Listen.
Big backs. Big.
Patrick.
I caught it. Yeah. I actually started to sing the rap song. I got it.
Hold on. Let me say, why draft this guy? I'm going to show you why they drafted the guy. Let me go ahead and answer that question now. You know why they drafted the guy? Because they wanted him. I'm going to answer that question first before we go to Shotty. Let me show you, bro. Listen, the name of this channel is Boss Show Me. Okay, Boss Cowboy is the name of the entity, but what I do is show you. So let me make this big to where nobody can deny, because I always get this question. I always get that question. So we go answer this question. I'm not going to give you no speculation. I'm going to show you. Cowboys Vice President of Player Personnel, Will McClay, banged the table for almost a week before the draft began because of Blues 4.38 second 40-yard dash speed. McClay used the adjective explosive 5 times when explaining his selection. So who selected Blue? Did Shotty or did Will McClay? Who selected Blue? Was this Shotty's pick? No. Will McClay selected him. His selection back in April. At the end of the day in the NFL, you're looking for explosive playmakers. This ain't Shotty. This ain't Shotty criteria. This is Will McClay and Stephen Jones criteria. And he's an explosive playmaker, McClay said. You put him in the backfield behind with what we built on the line, and he has the chance to be explosive. An explosive player that can flip the field for you on carries. Can also win you matchups in one-on-one coverage versus linebackers. He's an explosive playmaker. It's a different speed that he plays at. And Shotty is not concerned about that. That is not even Shotty's style. And I'm going to tell you this, Shotty don't care. So I even went and looked at even the body language. Go look at the body language of the pick. Go look at Shotty. Go look. Who is the person celebrating? Like he getting ready to coach. Stephen Jones. Yeah. That's who celebrate. Will, shake my hand, Will. We got our guy. We got our guy. Shake my hand, Will. Here, grab my hand, Will. Grab it, Will. Yeah. That's who did it. He said, why draft that guy? I'm answering your question. They drafted him because they putting their vision on Shotty. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Listen, just listen.
Everybody's getting in the mix. I think, one thing that was exciting to me, we had a penalty on the play, which is what we got to get out of the game.
What was exciting to me, so this is him this week, 2 days ago, out of that whole game with all of those big runs by Williams, right? Look at what he want to highlight.
Everybody's getting in the mix. I think, one thing that was exciting to me, we had a penalty on the play, which is what we got to get out of the game. Our game is, we got to reduce these penalties. I mean, you're going to have some. It's inevitable. But, I love the play Blue made when he went for about 15 down the right sideline.
Yep. Okay. Out of all of the plays that Williams made, the one thing that excited him was Blue.
That's the most important thing is if you pick them, you got to use them. That's the most important thing is if you pick them, you got to use them.
You could really see the juice and the speed that he can bring to this offense when you get him in space.
And see, that's what I can't stand, man. They talking speed and explosiveness, and your head coach is talking what? I'm asking the question. They're talking speed and explosiveness. Your head coaches. Let me pull up Shotty's vision. I want y'all to hear. I done played it 1,000 times. I'm gonna play it again. Oh man. Here it is right here. I found it in 15 seconds. Listen, y'all.
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
What do you want your offensive identity to be? Speed, fast. I want us to outrun people. I want us to be the fastest team. I want us to be the show on turf. I want us to be like so goddamn fast. I want teams to be scared when I see our. He ain't say nothing about no goddamn speed.
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
Again, I talked a little bit in the opening press conference about, the marriage between the run game and the action passes. But, as a football team, as an offense, we want to be physical. My MO has always been to run the football. I really believe that the game, like I said, is up front.
With what they pushing on him. With what they pushing on him. Give me a second to find it. See, I show you, man. I show proof of this. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm waiting on it to pull up. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second, man. It's gonna be a little awkward silence. I gotta find it. Hold on real quick. Damn. I know it was after the draft. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta find it. Cause he talked about speed and he was like, psh. Okay, here I think I found it. Hold on. No, no, okay. Hold on. I think I found it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. All right, man. I be finding this stuff, boy. Man, y'all should really, man, show love to your boy Boss, man. I be going hard for this truth. Watch this. Look at this. I can't believe I found it that fast. Watch this.
Brian, how much do you want to get more speed on your offense?
It's always something you look at, Todd. At the end of the day, this is an exciting time of year. Speed in this league is important. It's not the only way to do it.
Hey, you talk about where that music is? That's my boy Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. I'm playing that Sir Mix-a-Lot. That's what he was talking about. Baby Got Back. That's that Baby Got Back. I'm playing it in the version where I ain't gonna get no copyright strike. You feel me? Yeah. Shout out to my boy Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. That's Sir Mix-a-Lot. So a lot of people don't know, man. So first of all, shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. Shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. Sir Mix-a-Lot, he actually showing me, man. Shotty is showing me that he got some culture, man. He know what's up. Well, you know what's up with Sir Mix-a-Lot? See, they even asked Shotty. They said, Shotty, who your best basketball player? And he said, Jordan. I say, man, that dude know what's up. I say, Shotty know what's up. Yeah. No, you wasn't tripping, man. That's Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know. And I do want to kind of pay some homage to Sir Mix-a-Lot, man, because Sir Mix-a-Lot, on his song, Baby Got Back, he really taught me some super grown man lessons that I will always appreciate. Like, he showed me the difference between an apple and a teardrop, and I really appreciate that. Like, I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have known that this is a teardrop. Like, it looks great on the outside, and that's fine. But if you look at it, it's flat at the top and it got some roundness at the bottom. That's called a teardrop, And I would have only known that if I studied Sir Mix-a-Lot. He taught me this. This is considered an apple. So I learned to appreciate the details from Sir Mix-a-Lot. See, that might look good, right? But if you look in the mirror, if you look real close, you can see the teardrop. Like, and to be honest, these types used to deceive me. I didn't deal with these types until I went to college. And that's when I used to see the teardrop. And on the outside, it'd be like, whoa! But it's that detail at the top. It's the detail that, and it was Sir Mix-a-Lot that taught me how to see the difference. I appreciate him so much, So, like, and I leave my references, y'all. So for anybody that need references, I make sure I leave my references. For everybody that need to know, like, the doctrines of Sir Mix-a-Lot, he teaches this and he taught this in his raps. The most thing that I love about Sir Mix-a-Lot, that he's so cultured that even to this day, he literally has taught millions of even like white women. His song was so like impressionable that still to this day, you get like women everywhere that has learned to have pride in their bodies, even if they don't have rhythm. So this is the deal, y'all. I want y'all to give him, first of all, a hand clap. Y'all give him a hand clap because he is the one who brought this to America, man. So shout out real quick. Let me bump him up real quick. I'm just tripping, y'all. Look, man, we just having fun. Hey, man, that's my boy Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of y'all too young for this. Don't play this song in front of your mama. She go jump up. Don't do this. That if you don't play Sir Mix-a-Lot. If your mama heard thum 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 thum, she might act in a way that you won't like. Shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. Shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot. And boy, so now let's get. But this shows you. Yeah, I was pushing Chubb. So now, but let me go back to Shotty though real quick, and that's why I'm playing it in the background because this is what he was talking about. My boy say I'm a 95 baby. I'm too young. See, that's why I had to educate you, bro. See, all you got to go do is go Google Sir Mix-a-Lot. Just trust me. Google it, but don't play it in front of your grandma, your auntie, your moms. Don't play it because you go see a side of her you don't want to see. Just trust me. Trust me. His music did something to women around that time, and they just get crazy, man. I'm talking about the old grannies. It don't even matter, bro. It's something about him. He just make them crazy, bro. I'm just being all the way honest. So when you play his music, especially if you was born around 95, 96, just go by yourself, put it in your headset. Don't play that because your granny, she might jump off and start shaking that ass. I'm just telling you, man. No, you don't want to see that. So this is what Shotty was talking about. See, I knew some of y'all didn't know what he was talking about. I knew it when he said it. I knew some of y'all didn't know what he was talking about, bro. But I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Don't play that music around you. Don't play none of this music. Don't play Sir Mix-a-Lot around your people, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, that baby got back, bro. Listen, listen. That was the start of that, bro. So when you listen, when you see, y'all need to thank Sir Mix-a-Lot. So this is the deal. If you click on Instagram and you see a girl and she just, you know how all the women show their butts now? They always kind of show their profile. Sir Mix-a-Lot started that, man. Sir Mix-a-Lot, man. Sir Mix-a-Lot. He was the first one that showed what apples are. He showed the difference between apples and tears. So now everybody should know, because I knew, this is why I knew to show that, because it was like some of y'all don't know what Shotty talking about. Listen, Shotty is a man of culture. Shotty knows what's up. Listen.
Patrick.
I caught it. Yeah. I actually started to sing the rap song. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, see, he know. And see, that's why when he say, I like big backs, his eyes go get big. Because see, he know what they're talking about. His eyes got big. Because, yeah, I know why your eyes got big.
Yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big back.
Oh, why your eyes get big, huh? I know why your eyes. I like big backs. Yeah. See, y'all don't know, but y'all not cultured. See, that's why he say y'all caught it. Look, he said y'all caught it. Look.
Patrick.
I caught it. Yeah. I actually started to sing the rap song. I got it. Yeah, sir.
But Tuck say true American hero. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yes, sir.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big backs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I like big backs. Oh, some people just got it. Some people just got it.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Leave it to my man right there. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find.
With Javonte Williams.
Y'all see, y'all ain't even feeling Shotty. He said, yeah, some of y'all got it. Some of y'all, yeah, we got it, Shotty. We got it. Yeah, man. He was my teacher too. We are the same era. I know the difference between apples and tears. Thank you. I get it.
When he was free agent over the offseason, what about his time in Denver, and specifically last year, wasn't his best season in Denver? What did you guys see that made you guys want to target him in free agency?
Yeah, I mean, just the suddenness, the ability to jump cut, the way he would run through contact, yards after contact to me is a big thing for running backs. I like big backs.
That boy say, fellas, yeah. Man, please don't turn on that song. You gonna be playing that song forever. All you young dudes, all you people born in the 90s, man, I'm telling you. Y'all probably done heard the song. They still be playing it in the club.
The way he would run through contact, yards after contact to me is a big thing for running backs. I like big backs, I really do. I think it's that type of league right now with how.
So, man, listen, I know let me turn off this music because we laughing and shit. This shit ain't funny. Let's get serious, bro. Let's, I gotta change the vibe. Bro, because this is real, bro. This ain't funny, bro. This is fucked up. So, listen, he talking about that this is the league now. Is he equipped? Let's ask this real question. Is he equipped for the league now? Let me turn off the music and ask that question. Is he equipped for the league now?
Me is a big thing for running backs. I like big backs, I really do. I think it's that type of league right now with how everything is, played and physical and
speed, how everything is speed, how everything is fast. What did he say?
And physical and everything is, played and physical and everything is, played and physical and everything is, played and physical and but you do see a guy that creates explosives, and I think why does he do that? Because he doesn't hesitate and it jumped off the film, it wasn't, again, something that they felt like, but we knew it was something that we wanted to add to our team.
So in his mind, he's hearing, this is what he's hearing. In his mind, he wants physical, but what he getting is explosive and fast. And you gotta ask, is that right by your head coach? Is that right to equip him that way? I sense a split too. I sense a split. Now let me show you this split that I sense. Because see, Steven been putting out there, we don't have no need for another running back. That's what he been putting out there. But then I listened to Jerry, and he talking different. Listen to Jerry.
For us that we wouldn't have had. And so all of that is no question about it. And I promise you, yours truly or anybody that's associated with the Cowboys has got our eyes really open in ways that we can help this defense. And certainly I don't want to preclude anything on offense either.
Now he talking about trades, and this was last week. He said, don't exclude that we might trade also for offense. Don't exclude that. So you got Steven saying, we good. We don't have no need for no trades. We good. In other words, he's riding with blue. But then you have another side that's riding against it.
On season-ending IR last week, is Phil Maffa a guy y'all want to open the practice window for?
We're talking about different things. Again, Phil's been, doing good with all his rehab and things like that, and a lot of things that we like about Phil. But there's other options out there potentially as well, and we're keeping all those options open.
Is other what's out there? Is other what's?
Things that we like about Phil, but there's other options out there potentially as well, and we're keeping all those options open.
It's other
things that we like about Phil, but there's other options out there potentially as well, and we're keeping all those options open.
So you got two people saying don't exclude offense either. Then you got somebody else saying, hey, we got other options we looking at too, outside of Phil Maffa. Obviously not talking about the people that's already on the roster and active. So what could be going on? Because I found something that showed me that this happened before. Y'all watch this.
What are the chances that we roll into training camp and they're just going to roll with the receivers that they have? And they say Jonathan Mingo's going to get the shot at number 2.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. At least as far as the people that are pushing behind the doors for this to get addressed.
The people that are pushing behind the scenes for this to get addressed. Let me ask you a question. If people are having a push for receiver to get done, that means it was resistance. You can't push unless there's resistance. You can't push unless there's resistance. So then, after you let it play out, you can put the puzzle together on who the resistance was. Because remember, this was them talking about trying to get wide receiver 2.
For them to get a number 2 wide receiver. My question is, does it happen before OTAs? Does it happen before mandatory minicamp in early June? OTAs start on May 19th. Obviously, the comp pick formula has been worked out as of Monday at 4 p.m. So they can work toward finding a free agent if they do want to pull the trigger on an Amari Cooper or a Keenan Allen or one of these other names that are available. But I think they're doing their due diligence in the trade market right now, and they feel selectively aggressive in that trade market right now. I'll tell you that there have been names that they have done research on, they've done homework on. Obviously, nothing has just come to fruition yet.
So some people was pushing. Nick said some high level people was pushing.
How were you guys able to get this deal done to acquire George Pickens? I think even after the draft had concluded, all of us were looking at your roster saying, man, they need to get another player opposite of CeeDee Lamb to sort of complete the offense. And you guys were able to get it done this week.
Yeah, all credit to Jerry and Shotty.
Credit to who? So now we know who was pushing. Credit to who? Who was the people pushing?
We're able to get it done this week.
Yeah, all credit to Jerry and Shotty.
Credit to Jerry and Shotty.
We're able to get it done this week.
Yeah, all credit to Jerry and Shotty.
So, if Jerry and Shotty were the ones pushing, who was the one they was pushing up against. Stephen Jones. And it sounds just like now. That's why you hearing Jerry over here like, don't count out offense. And you having Brian over here like, yeah, we keeping our eye open. So it's two people, cause see, I already heard how this worked. Jerry explained how this worked before. Jerry is the tiebreaker, and he actually count as 2 votes when it's a split decision. That's what happens. So you got Brian, who seems to be now lobbying, just like we heard Mike McCarthy lobby. See, we've heard coaches fighting before. We've heard coaches fight before. Y'all don't remember when Zimmer was like, we need noses, obviously. And the next day, when he went out in the public, they finally went and got it done. I smell Steven on this. It smells like Jerry is riding with Brian. When I listen to Brian, I listen to Jerry, and Jerry like, don't count out us trading for offense. To me, that's showing me that Brian Schottenheimer is likely fighting for another back. A big back. Likely why he talked about it and said something today. He wanted to make headlines on that, in my opinion. I don't think he did that by accident. I think he did that on purpose. I think he been lobbying behind the scenes, and he wanted it to get some noise.
Patrick.
I caught it. Yeah. I actually started to sing the rap song. I got it. Yeah, yes, sir. Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big backs. Big backs.
This man don't want no mayonnaise on his burger, y'all. And this is what's upsetting, is that Cowboy Nation still go want to force the mayonnaise of blue onto him.
I like big backs. No, some people just got it. In the back. Yeah. Leave it to my man right there. Yeah, it's going to be hard to find.
With Javonte Williams, when he was free agent over the offseason, what about his time in Denver, and specifically last year, wasn't his best season in Denver? What did you guys see that made you guys want to target him in free agency?
Yeah, just the suddenness, the ability to jump cut, the way he would run through contact, yards after contact, to me is a big thing for running backs. I like big backs, I really do. I think it's that type of league right now with how everything is, played and physical, and but you do see a guy that creates explosives, and I think why does he do that? Because he doesn't hesitate, and it jumped off the film. It wasn't, again, something that they felt like, but we knew it was something that we wanted to add to our team.
So then just put it all together. Now we understand, and I've been saying this. Why did they bubble wrap Williams? Why did they put Williams on bubble wrap? Because Brian was basically saying, this is the only guy that I trust that's gonna fit what I like. That's sad, man. That's sad. And see, that's why I don't respect anybody at this point. I don't respect anybody at this point that's still pushing for blue. I don't respect you. I don't respect you. The only way I respect you if you ignorant, if you don't know. But if you heard this presentation and you heard what came out his mouth and you still pushing against what your head coach want, you are no different than Stephen Jones. You are selfishly trying to force your guy onto your head coach. You trying to force your vision of what you want to see on. You are no different than Stephen Jones. I'm being straight up with you. Some of y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all go click off. Y'all gonna go to somebody else's channel that's gonna lie to you. But you are no different. And this is no different than what happened with Bobby Wagner and LVE. This is no different. This is what I mean by that. When Dan Quinn took over, he took a bottom defense and made it number one in turnover differential. He took it from the bottom, made it number one for 2 years. And he wanted one final piece to complete his puzzle. And Will McClay, as well as Stephen Jones, was forcing LVE on him. It is no different than that. And that will fuck around and cost you and cost us. That's why I can't rock with nobody. And I did this presentation last Friday. When I did all that research and I went 37 years back and I saw no contradiction in style between not just Brian and his daddy, I said right then, blue is in the way. And I knew people weren't gonna want to hear that. But sometimes you gotta say what people don't want to hear, even when it's not popular, even when you're gonna lose subs, even when people go click off your shit. But this is the season, and I always say this, the liars, they prosper in the off season. The people that tell the truth, they prosper during the season. People like J Tuck and Lou, see, just let's just add it up. Add it up. Add it up. Who was the people that was telling you Booker was gonna be the shit? Who was the people that was telling you Booker wasn't gonna be shit and that he wasn't athletic? Who was the people telling you Sanborn was not gonna be a good linebacker? Who was the people saying that he was Luke Kuechly? Who was the people that was saying Keenan Allen is washed? And who was the people saying, yeah, he'll be a fucking great number 3 or even number 2 with Dallas? What is the season showing you? Who was telling you the truth, even when it wasn't popular? Who took bullets for what was best for the Cowboys, and who pandered to what you wanted to hear? Because see, a lot of people pandered because they know y'all wanted to hear he was Tony Dorsett and that he was Gibbs. So they pandered to you to get a sub from you, to get a like from you. But who was the people that said, man, I like him too, he dope, but let me be honest with y'all, he don't fit my head coach. I'm going to be all the way honest with y'all. Who stood flat on what was right for your team? And now all of a sudden your head coach comes out and say, I like big backs. You are no different than Stephen Jones.
And you're back with Dan Quinn. He's your DC in Seattle. 2013, y'all won a Super Bowl together. Why the Commanders? How big of going there was him? And what is it about his coaching, his leadership that makes you want to play with him again?
I think the biggest thing for me is like I've always been on the West Coast. So coming to the East Coast, you want to come and kind of have and be around, some familiar faces. And so, obviously I had a ton of respect from him from afar. We actually tried to make it happen a couple times. It just didn't work out structurally from a contract perspective, but we finally got it right. I think, him as a person, him as a leader has always been amazing. I think a big thing too was being able to be coached by Coach Norton again. He's like my favorite coach of all time. And so being able to be back in the room with him again is great too.
So DQ did try to get you to go to the Cowboys.
This is correct.
So DQ did try to get you to go to the Cowboys.
Be back in the room with him again is great too.
So DQ did try to get you to go to the Cowboys.
This is correct.
Why? And it didn't work out. Why?
It didn't work out. They got asked the Cowboys there.
This is the exact same situation. A coach who earned the right to say, hey man, I want grilled chicken for the final piece for my dish. I want Bobby Wagner. Now, I've built this defense from bottom all the way to number 1 in turnover differential, and it been top 2 the last 2 years. Jerry, Steven, can y'all give me my final piece, please? Bobby Wagner, that's all I ask for. Y'all see I'm capable. Can you give me my final piece? Jerry and Steven said no. We looking at the same situation all over again. You got Brian saying, can I get my final piece? I like big backs. Can I get my final piece? Can I? Yeah. My boy Tuck say, nah, boss, Dan Quinn don't like little linebackers. Yeah, see, that was the lie. That was the pandering ass lie going out here by these content creators. See, Dan Quinn didn't like little linebackers. That's what happened. No, that wasn't true. That was a lie. He was trying to get Bobby Wagner for 2 years straight. He was being blocked. So y'all want to blame Dan Quinn for that Green Bay loss because it was itty bitty linebackers out there and it wasn't even his fault. The whole time. And see, that's what I fear gonna happen to I swear I feel I pray to God it don't happen, but I fear that it's gonna happen. All these people fighting us on RB1 duo and trade for RB1. Y'all don't even realize that he forced Williams to be a featured back because he doesn't like blue. It don't fit his style. He told you, I like big backs. So now we can put to bed all these questions on why was blue not active the first 4 weeks? See, now we can go ahead and put it together if we want the truth and if we can handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. You want answers?
Let me show y'all something about Brian real quick. Give me a second to pull it up. I got to show y'all something that's super important. That's going to help put this whole puzzle together. It's going to be a little bit of awkward silence, but y'all stay with me, man. But I found some things that let me know that they still have not fully taken care of him like they should. Give me a second. Ooh, I found it fast. Damn, I'm rolling today. Man, I'm on my shit today. I'm telling you, God must want y'all to know the truth because I'm finding these clips faster than ever. Usually I gotta hunt this stuff down. Found it. But watch this clip. Watch this clip.
And what about running back by committee? Are we going to see that again next year?
That all depends.
Rewind that.
And what about running back by committee? Are we going to see that again next year?
That all depends.
Are you going to see running back by committee? It depends. What does it depend on? Depend on if he's staffed properly.
And what about running back by committee? Are we going to see that again next year?
That all depends. We got to be flexible enough based on our roster, but
See, based on his roster, determines what you go see.
Again, I know he's a free agent, but just so proud of Rico and what he did. But each year is different. And
so, who did he clearly want? Who was he clearly lobbying for? The same dude that beat our ass last week. And what was the style of that guy that said, buckle up? What was his style? What was his style? What was his mentality?
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
Huh? What was that guy that said buckle up? What was his style? Huh?
This system will be built based on what gives our players the best chance to be successful.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jane. Appreciate it.
So, this is what I'm going to say about that. We can't deny it now. We can't deny it now. It has come out his mouth now. It fully has come out his mouth now. Now all this, you can't act like you don't understand now. You can't do that. Now you can't say, maybe he like blue. Maybe he nope. Can't do it. He was clear. I like big backs. So let me finish this. Say this, man. Cause I was gonna talk about Diggs. I'll just say one thing quick about this Diggs thing. I'm gonna be super quick on that, and I'm gonna just move on. I ain't gonna go into no whole presentation on that. This presentation was long enough. If I'm using my common sense, I just don't feel comfortable. And everybody's saying those knee braces, they just kind of keeping them on them for precaution. It's like, bro. I ain't trusting that shit, bro. I ain't trusting that. Listen, man. I don't want to see Diggs or hear about Diggs trade talks. I don't even want to hear about it until I see Revel. That's all I'm going to say about that. If we don't see Revel with our own eyes, I'm going to just be honest with you. You are a damn fool. You will be a damn fool to trust Jerry and Steven, especially after what they did with Gallup and Amari. But let's get on the right side of this. If you're on the right side of this, if you're not trying to, because some of this is about people trying to win a debate. Some people want to be right. You know, some people out here are just stubborn as hell. Where it don't matter what evidence we present. I mean, all the facts. It really did frustrate me today that I went through 37 years of history and I still had people questioning me. Questioning me. Yeah. Like this dude on Twitter say, this ain't Madden. I'm like, I done actually showed 37 years of history, and this dude go disrespect my work to call it Madden. And I'm talking about truly 37 years, line by line, every running back. And when I did the show, I showed every year of their production line by line, where you can see what every back did from 1987 all the way up to now. And you can see it was always the power backs that led their show. Every time. every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. But we over here literally like, but they made an exception this time for Blue though, boss. Boss, they made an exception this time. No, he told you today. He told you. He said, yeah, I like big backs. Let's take him serious. Let's help him get his back so that we can get on a real run. We need RB duo. And it's not Blue. We need the RB duo, and it is not. That's Will McClay, and that's Stephen Jones. That is not your head coach.